goodness. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't shot a video like this in a really long time. Hey everyone, it's Rushni and I am here with my first sit down in front of the camera YouTube video in I don't know how long. This is actually one of my dinner outfits that I forgot to take a picture of on the cruise, so I thought it would be apropos since on the invitation video I was all dolled up last year that I would get on the recap video looking like people. You see what I'm saying? A whole rundown recap of my 40th birthday cruise that happened this past August 21st through 28th. It was a 7-night Eastern Caribbean, and I'll explain to you why I did air quotes in a second, cruise, and there were 12 of us sailing in the group. So when the final number was 12, I was blown away, you guys. I was excited. I was so happy. The day before, I and my sister-in-law slash best friend flew out from St. Louis to Orlando. The cruise was sailing out of Port Canaveral, and we were going to spend the night prior to the cruise, the Radisson Resort at the port. A little dated, honestly, but overall an incredible experience. This was actually the first time my sister-in-law and I, who've known each other for like 15 clear years, traveled alone by ourselves. We met, and I met for the first time, QO Chemist from here on YouTube, QO Chemist, in the airport, which was... We met several other cruisers. They were all kind of coming in randomly, and we pretty much spent that night chilling, relaxing by the pool, listening to live music, eating, drinking, and just really getting full into vacation mode. So the next morning, all of us that were staying at the hotel left and went to the cruise terminal, and we were met there by a few other ladies who had driven in. Had a great time that night. Really casual dinner. Everyone came down to dinner, and my agent was good enough to kind of figure out how to get all of us to sit on one table. We went out that night to the little disco situation that they have on the ship, at the top of the ship, and danced the night away. Y'all seemed a little shocked, but I tried to tell y'all I was a dancer. So y'all don't know all the gifts. It's hard to tell because here on YouTube I'm just like a talking head. The next day we woke up and we were scheduled to go to Coco Cay, Bahamas, which is just a private island that Royal Caribbean rents from the Bahamas, and they kind of have just food there and kayaks and activities, etc. And so it's really just a epic beach day. Weather was perfection, and all of us were still kind of getting to know each other. We had already kind of bonded in a way in that we were doing things together already, even though some of us had just met each other for the first time. The other two stops further down in our cruise were St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, which is where I was born and raised, and the reason why I picked this cruise, and then after that St. Martin. So everybody was super excited being on Coco Cay because it was just kind of like a precursor to going to St. Thomas with me, a local, a person from St. Thomas, and going cruising and having me, you know, and the tour guide and everything, that whole experience. Right after getting back on the ship and leaving port, the captain and the crew got onto the ship intercom and basically kind of hemmed and hawed. I was in the my stateroom with my sister-in-law, and we both were like, what are they trying to tell us? Like, what are you, like, spit it out. It came on and they said that we will not be going to St. Thomas and St. Martin anymore. There were weather concerns, and instead of St. Thomas and St. Martin, we would be going to Mexico. Our cruise got diverted, you guys. We're not going to St. Thomas and St. Martin. We're going to Mexico. Yeah. So basically, the cruise that I had been planning for over a year to celebrate my 40th birthday, and had chosen specifically because it was going to St. Thomas, and had invited 12 other women to drop their coins and come with me. And we had prepaid a tour and whole day excursion in St. Thomas, was not going to St. Thomas. It was going to be heading in the total opposite direction, away from a potential storm, to Mexico. Needless to say, I had a full meltdown, and it was weeping, wailing, gnashing of teeth. There were a lot of curse words, and at first I just started crying. I literally wept a visceral, guttural weeping because I just wanted to go home. I needed to touch the ground. I needed to smell the air and the ocean and feel the breeze on me and hear my music and see my people and hear my accent. I just had to be there. My sister-in-law just held me, and then when I finally could get the words out, I summoned a couple of friends, because God knew that I needed to have the right people around me who were on the cruise with me to come to the room, and they spent the rest of the afternoon/evening helping me process. Anyway, Tangela threatened me because that night was the first formal night on the cruise. I said I wasn't going to leave my room, but I'm afraid of Tangela. So I got up and I got dressed and I went downstairs. Anyway, it turned out to be a good night, even though we were all kind of reeling from the announcement. Everyone was kind of reeling in their own way. The next day was a day at sea. We all were just kind of gathering up our thoughts, figuring out what we were going to do the next day, because we found out we were going to go to Cozumel and Costa Maya. So, you know, figuring out with our excursions, I was getting a refund from the St. Thomas excursion group. Next day we were in Costa Maya, Mexico. And I made a good day of it. I told my sister-in-law, since that was the actual day I was supposed to be in St. Thomas, that all I needed from her was to help me find a beach. So she did, along with Tanya from here on YouTube, from Black and Natural in Jerusalem. They put their heads together and they found a beautiful beach with a restaurant and just, you know, all the amenities. There were some massages being had further down the beach. YouTube friends that came on the cruise with me, and they got massages. I wish I had gotten a massage because I totally missed out on that. But yeah, they said it was everything, and I got to put my body into the ocean. And you guys, it wasn't St. Thomas, but it wasn't a pool. All right. So anyway, that was a wonderful day in Costa Maya. The next day we went to Cozumel, and I was so happy because a group of the ladies very last minute decided to just kind of get up and go on an excursion to the ruins. That day my sister-in-law and I just did some shopping, went downtown Cozumel, and just had a time in Mexico like that. The rest of the cruise were days at sea, which means that you're just kind of on the cruise ship sailing around. And I have to give it to Royal Caribbean, even though they did break my heart into pieces by not taking me home, they did give me a peaceful, beautiful, non-rough sailing, beautiful 7-day cruise. You guys, we had an incredible time. The 12 ladies really bonded. There were so many different types of personalities there, and yet and still we all got along. And when I tell you guys, we laughed, we sang, we talked, we swam, we sunned, we went out, we danced, we drank. I have never drank more in my life. Y'all are a bad influence. We prayed, we ministered to each other. All these things happened at the same time on the same cruise. And it was just a God-ordained group of women and a God-ordained experience. So that is my recap of my 40th birthday cruise. And I just want to say thank you so much. I'm not going to mess up. You know, I put on eyeliner. If you're watching this and you came, I thank you, because this year, my birthday brought with it some sorrow that clearly I did not share with everyone here on the internet, because Team Tell Some Keep Some. But you guys gave me something, and I will forever be grateful for you giving me that for my 40th birthday celebration. And for those that are asking if I'm ever going to do another trip like this, I think I am. Now, giveaway. I reached out to several sponsors before the cruise and partnered with them for items for my cruise gift bag. I specifically asked them for things that were easy to travel with. So I am going to do a giveaway of, I think I have 3 whole gift bags still left over. This is the bag that I gave everyone. Giant Jute Beach Bag from my favorite supplement company, Garden of Life. Clearly, this was used on the cruise. It was everything. And it is one of these bags where you can like wipe it inside. The inside is actually waterproof. And this is just a little backpack. See, there are little strings here. There's a zipper. And it just opens like this. My mom literally just texted me about this t-shirt this morning, because I gave her one because she's my mom, and said the quality is ridiculous. Give peas a chance on the front. And on the back, it has the Garden of Life logo and their raw organic protein, because you guys, their pea protein is everything. So just a note, Garden of Life also tried to send me products at the hotel in Florida, but there was a mix-up and we never did get the boxes, or else there'd be even more Garden of Life items in here. This is actually the same brand, ironically, that Garden of Life used. Really incredible soft tank top. It says Sun, Glam, and Sea. Glamazini's 40th birthday cruise across the bottom. I have 2 larges and 2 mediums. I will send a large by default. If you need a medium, you'll be able to let me know. The winner will be getting a gift certificate to use on Senika products. If you guys have followed me for any time, you know that I love Senika. They make natural products. I use their leave-in conditioner Scent. It is my favorite. It's been my favorite for years. So you will get a gift certificate to use on their website. We cover the code. A gift certificate to Eva's Wigs. $35 off to use on evaswig.com. You guys know I love me some Eva Wigs. A gift certificate for 25% off Puff Cuff. Puff Cuff is a hair clamp that you use to put your puff up. They're designed specifically for women with curly textured hair. You will also be getting 2 codes to use on the cacafe.com website. They make coconut coffee, coconut tea, and coconut hot chocolate. I saw them in Costco, got some samples from them, loved it, still use it. Practically once a week. I use it on Sundays, and so you'll be able to get money off and samples from them. Next, the winners will be getting $25 from Inspired Beauty. They are a natural hair product and body product company. I found out about them on Instagram. Their offering looks amazing. You'll be able to try them too. The winner, you will get $25 off Inspired Beauty. And lastly, you guys, the winner will be getting $25 to use on TonyDaily.com. And a Tony Daily product. So excited! So anywho, like I said, I have 3 full bags and 1 that doesn't have every item in it, but I was told by my Periscope audience that I should still give it away. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on my blog, there should be a link directly below me or maybe above me that tells you how you can enter the giveaways. And full disclosure, one of the winners will be chosen from Patreon. I just want to do this as a way to say thank you to those who have been supporting me on Patreon. Also, there were 2 other YouTubers that I know of who were vlogging during my cruise. So I'm gonna put a placeholder right here so that I can link to their video if and when they put it up. I don't know where I'm gonna put it on the screen, but just click through eventually and you'll be able to see the cruise from their perspective. Hope you guys have a good one. Hope you enjoyed my cruise recap. Look out for any other travel things that I might be doing because I kind of got the bug. And until the next video, be well, you guys. Be encouraged. Bye, y'all.
Said I gotta be me, yeah. I gotta be me, yeah. I gotta be me, yeah. I got